got more tile going. Yeah. Right now, we'll put a little more mortar in the mix here. Draw that thin set back down into that there bucket. Now, once it is in that bucket there, oh, better watch it. You don't want to hurt yourself. The water revitalization of our mortar. Then we'll put in more. It's a little too thin. For my particular liking, I must say. Some people would be happy with that. But ain't one of them. That was pretty close, so. Like grits. Want it like you want grits. Buttery grits, not them grits that you can break into a patty. You want nice, super grits. Alright, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna put our tile on the wall. And this is gonna be tile coming out of this here bucket below right here. Soaking, because tile, porcelain, and ceramic, but particularly ceramic, you want to be soaking in the water. And in the words of a great slick Rick, here we go. Let's get some on the wall right quick. Now, I have a lot of space in this tub. First thing I'm going to do, make sure my corner has mortar all the way to the tile. I'm going to cover the face of that tile with some mortar, in fact, because that way I've got 2 layers of protection before we even get into that corner. And of course, by the time we're done, we'll have even more. It's a little soupy. For a back butter situation, I think is what we need for right now. But again, I'm not doing a lot of build out here. I just don't think I'll need it. I did a lot of fill in, all that gray yesterday, so we know we're pretty close to flat right there. And now as we go across, we're going to just send our tile. Every now and then we'll check them for level, see what we do. Hey, how's everybody doing? How do I get paid for it? Well, I bid on the job. I've got a company, and I come out and they tell me what they want. Describe it to me as best they can. And then I look at photos, we do whatever design stuff we gotta do. And once they've got a strong image of what they like, I apply prices to the material, the labor, and whatever particulars may potentially come up. Then I give them a range or a budget. And if they're good with it, I get started. Now this is the back butter process to make sure that you get good adhesion here. Puts a little extra mortar on the tile. Helps it not suck all the moisture out of the wall. Gives us a little bit more room to adjust to as the other part. Oh snap, we got some spacers. I'm gonna be right back. My spacers are downstairs. Meanwhile, y'all watch this tile, make sure it dries. pull it more. I'm back. Yikes. Spacers. Perfect. And we will continue that. Your cat burglar, no cats here.
I was gonna say what I missed.
Well, just got back from lunch.
It's a little chillier than I was expecting. All right, look at that. Very exciting.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's already 2 o'clock. I don't understand how this machine cuts tile.
You know, it's you see that tool right there? This one right here, this little blue?
Yes, with the candle.
It's a giant one of those. You grab it, see that little wheel on the face of it?
Uh-huh.
That's what scores the tile itself. And all you have to do on a ceramic tile is score that literal face of it, just this very sheen. And then you'll snap it if you put pressure behind that line and pressure on both sides. So that one, it just straddles that little center spine there.
Yeah.
And it's spongy on both sides. That big
yeah.
arm presses down, snaps
so
it, and it's a little wheel underneath that scores it.
Thank you for explaining that to me. Cool.
It's a nice day out there today, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and sat in the park and read a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Soaked up a little vitamin, what is that, vitamin D out there?
Vitamin D, yeah. Yeah. So your body produces one of those you can't get from food or something. Like your body produces it. I don't know. My mom has explained it to me a bunch of times and I just won't retain it for some reason. Yeah, I feel like I've not been outside enough lately.
Well, it's good to be aware. At least. I think that will make it up.
I'm not particularly interested in exercise, so walking is really important.
They say a mile of walking is the same as a mile of running.
Yeah, it's all cardio. And the hills around here too. Looks like I did about 4 1/4 so far today.
Oh, okay.
So that's good.
Yeah, I don't like running ever.
Running is the worst. It's terrible for your joints. I'm just like,
Whenever I ran just to lose weight when we were, and so it was miserable. It was like never like, yeah, let's go run. It's like, I got like 2 hours tonight.
Yeah, I've never been interested in it. Didn't want to run when I played rugby. Was not interested in the game because I hated running so much.
It's funny, my daughter, she learned soccer. She's kind of a little pudgy baby, so I put her in soccer just to keep her exercising. And she learned to run while anticipating a ball. And
running
you
is
never
boring.
think about this before, so now she runs with her arms to the side, like they don't move. They just are to the side because when you're playing soccer.
Yeah.
So when she's just running, her arms barely move. It's so bizarre.
That's funny. Running's the worst.
Yeah, that's not fun.
If you what's the point if you can get it from walking? Just walk. Like, what are you out here overachieving for? Give me a break. Plus, you're also doing damage to yourself. It's not good.
Yeah, if you're doing too much running, you're doing some. They say swimming is about the best thing you can do to get good cardio and all over body workout. But
buoyancy. It's about joints. It's about not putting pressure on your weight, on your joints and your bones.
don't I know it?
That's why I swam between volleyball and rugby.
Volleyball.
Pretty cool.
Good time.
Volleyball's fun, man, but I was the person that was anything I had to dive for, I was diving for. It's the libero and the setter, so.
Mm-hmm. You'll feel that when you're 40.
Yeah, I'm already feeling it, man. When I can get some pretty good pops out of my ankles and my knees.
Yeah.
Did all the stuff I needed to do. I'm done with that. Probably the wrong attitude to have. I got friends who are like, let's go do a dodgeball team. You are in your 30s, bro. Please. We are too old for this.
I don't know. I'm still in my prime at 30, I'll be honest with you.
You hit your prime in your 30s. I'm 33. I'm happy to be, in my prime right now, but I'm not trying to do too much. People just be doing too much. You know how goofy it is when you're 35 years old and you're like, oh, sorry, I can't do this. I hurt my back at dodgeball last week. Like, sorry, that's embarrassing. It's goofy. No judgment to anybody. It's just a way to get out into the world.
Shout out to the
community.
dodgeball community.
Yeah. I got friends who play dodgeball. It's not that. It's just.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get hurt doing something goofy.
Yeah. We were still sparring.
I think I got a package. Good Lord, that buzz gets me every time. I'll be right back.
Picture pages, fill the picture pages, time to get you crazy pencils. You can play with picture pages, you can do with picture pages too. You can do another picture page with you.
Toilet paper holder stand.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room to put a toilet paper holder in here.
Makes sense.
Alright.
You stuck it right there sometimes.
Exactly. I had the one on the vanity. It's just like kind of a pain in the ass. You're reaching like like this to get toilet paper.
Yeah, you don't want to do too much stretching for that.
Yeah. So that's probably not news to you.
I'm sorry?
That's probably not news to you. People
What's
are
that?
impatient.
Oh, yeah. Barefoot. trap. Yeah.
No, booby traps. So you have to be mindfully obfuscated for them to be booby traps. I just gotta not look where I'm walking. That's the trick, yeah.
I don't know. Unusual stuff in the terrain. Unusual hazards, I think, with the booby trap. That's it, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Tell that coyote don't step in that metal tooth chain over there, but it wasn't there yesterday.
Just like jumping on my skin today. Like, I'm gonna go for another walk. I don't know.
You got all kinds of stuff going on in your house.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Yeah, but you know, Saturdays is a different thing, you know. You're used to having your Saturday to veg out.
A lot of uncontrollable situations right now.
Oh,
Feels like the vegging is.
with the gig, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost harder. You just sit there and like fold into yourself with uncertainty.
Yeah. Well, you know, get me started on the, you know, philosophies of fears.
Yeah, I'm trying to practice that. It's mostly the emergency responder in me that can't handle not having a contingency plan.
Oh, I see.
I like to know what the plan is all. And you can't plan for these sorts of things, unfortunately.
Gotcha. But I would imagine that being an emergency responder would make you probably more light on your feet.
Oh yeah, you're more agile. You still want to know what's coming though. That's the problem with us. We're like, all right, we'll meet the moment. But
Yeah. I'm very naturally anxious and a little high strung and tightly wound.
What's your birthday? I think we talked about this. You're an Aquarius. What's your moon sign though?
Pisces,
Yeah,
fam.
that's what I meant. Sorry. I literally, in my head, I said Pisces. Did it come out Aquarius? My bad.
Okay.
No, we talked about how Jesus is a Pisces and everything. I know you're a Pisces. But do you know your moon sign?
I have no idea.
Because if you got like a fire moon sign, that could really explain a lot. Pisces are pretty chill for the most part. In your experience, but
Very, you know,
could be
reactionary
chill.
people, you know, well, you learn you master your vices to be normal, right? So, all of that anxiety, and you look around and say, why is nobody else is nuts? So you study it, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then you figure out how to prevent yourself from succumbing to your angst. But at the same time, grateful for it because it absolutely helps you in that unpredictable phase of anything is your ability to be nimble. Because I always say this, you're kind of ahead of the game in whatever it is you're doing, right? Your downtime, you study, you learn more. And You expand yourself, you get more value as you go because nothing takes away the knowledge. And by the time you've seen that play out in life enough, sometimes it's hard to see when you're young, but once you see it play out in your own life and you can reflect back and like every time something really fucked up was happening, there's magic on the other side of it. Like the scenario may have still sucked. It's like, oh no, I broke up and it was an awful breakup, yada yada, or lost that car or whatever. But on the other side of it, it didn't take me 6 months to ever look back and go, God, I'm glad that happened.
Yeah.
I'm glad I lived it. You know, whatever it is, whether it's a
Opportunity
job
through
or
those moments for sure. Yeah, I didn't come down here to be an epidemiologist. That was a weird, like, unexpected thing, you know. I mean, I've gotten to that part where I'm like, all right, you just gotta trust that shit works out.
You gotta trust that you can work shit out.
Exactly.
Because you've been working shit out your whole life. You're undefeated so far.
So far, knock on wood. Yeah, I had to talk to my parents today. Like, that's fun. You know how fun it is dealing with your parents' anxiety about your future? It's like, you think I'm not thinking about this?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
My parents, mine had none. They're like, figure it out.
Yeah. My dad told my sister, because she failed her driver's test, that her life was going to be a shit sandwich and nobody would marry her. Verbatim. And then he dropped her back off at school.
Driver's test is very important.
Yeah, right. And then she went and talked to her friends and were like, I failed 3 times. I failed 3 times too. It's like, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Life is trial and error, Dad. For Christ. Just chill.
Yeah, and we all got different gifts.
Yeah. So I don't know where my anxiety comes from.
Right.
But I was on the other side where everything I did was just kind of worked out for me on the first shot. So they're always like, the other shoe's gonna drop. You're gonna learn the hard way that not everything works out for you.
He's gonna learn the hard way, the long way, that it just does.
Yep.
And there's a different life that you're living than they are.
Well, they chilled out once they didn't have kids in the house. They're actually really nice, normal people.
Oh, okay.
They just shouldn't have been parents. You know those people where you're like, you haven't worked on yourself enough to bring a person in the world. You got no business doing this.
They say that, but anybody can be one, but not everybody can handle the responsibilities. I don't think I've ever